welcome to the Azonto Time press conference. We're sorry this didn't go out live, but we had some problems with the venue down here in Mill Hill, so we've had to relocate. But we're going to be staging the conference in 2 sections, or possibly 3 sections, to ensure that we can fit everybody in the camera shot. Tomorrow night, or Saturday night at 6 o'clock, the whole event will be shown live on boxingevolution.tv. Commentators will be Kevin Campion and Mane Edwards, so there's a lot to look forward to. The whole show will be able to be seen live, so that's great, and that's going to be an ongoing thing with all the Goodwin shows. We're here today. We've got some questions sent in. Matt from Boxing Evolution has had some questions sent in by Twitter to him, so we're going to be dealing with that, plus any other questions that anybody wishes to have. We'll be interviewing Richard Comey and his team later on, and Richard, as we know, is fighting for the Commonwealth title, and there's a lot to say about that and the Derry Matthews escapade that has been dragging on forever. But today, on this particular section, I'm joined by, on the far left, Jamie Hearn, one of the most exciting cruiserweights around. His last fight, he demolished Larry Olabamiwo in 1 round, and he looked very good in doing it. And he faces Igor Barusha, who just recently went the distance with Simon Barclay on a Frank Warren show. One of the most exciting light middleweights in the country is next to Jamie. That's Ben Hall. He's known as a sensation, and that's a very apt name. Anybody that watched him fight Jason McArdle on his debut will see that Jason McArdle spent the whole time running around the ring and running away from him rather than fighting him, and that's testament to Ben's power. On my right, we've got the exciting London heavyweight AJ Carter. AJ's 6-0 now, with 4 stoppages, and he's looking to make waves through the heavyweight scene. There are plenty of problems in finding him opponents, though, and on an ongoing basis, but that's something we have to deal with as he progresses and puts fear into his opponents. And at the far right, Leon McKenzie, former professional footballer, now undefeated professional boxer. Leon has probably his toughest test as he moves up to 6 rounds on Saturday and faces Danny Brown, who's coming off of a draw and a win in his last 2 starts. So Leon will be expected to be in an exciting fight, but one that we do expect Leon to win. On the left of me is my son Josh, who is the world's youngest promoter, and he's head promoter of this event, alongside myself and Mickey Amu from Streetwise Promotions. So we'll start off with Jamie at the end. What can everybody expect from you, Jamie, on Saturday night?
You tell me, Steve. We're never know what Jamie's going to turn up. We'll have to wait and see, mate. I can't really be bothered with it, but it is what it is, isn't it?
Ben, you've got a hard fight Saturday, considering, I mean, your opponent pulled out on Monday, so you're now taking on Danny Shannon, who's had a draw in his only fight. He's a tough kid from the Queensbury League. I mean, do you know much about him?
I had a little look at him on YouTube. I saw his pro fight. He got a draw with a fella who was undefeated in 2. But he looks a bit of a poser, to be honest. I don't think he's in my class, so hopefully looking to get the stoppage. Get him out of this.
Do you expect him to get rid of him?
Yeah, his defence ain't as good as McArdle's, so I think I'll get him out of it.
Okay, be excited to watch.
Yeah, we'll do.
And the far side, Leon's got a private engagement with his daughter, so we'll get him board him very quickly. So Leon, what are we expecting to see stepping up to 6 rounds?
You'll see more improved again, Leon McKenzie. Every fight to me is a tough fight. I respect everyone that gets in, and I'm ready to go. I'm fit. I'm well. We've had a good camp, and it's going to be exciting.
So how's the professional career going with yourself? You're 6-0 now, aren't you? But we had a bit of a disaster on the last show where your opponent failed his medical on the day, so it was a bit frustrating, wasn't it?
It was frustrating, but that's part and parcel of boxing. I just have to carry on and keep going. I'm even more up for today or on Saturday, simply because I missed out on a fight, so I need to catch up on that.
Brilliant. So have we got any questions out there, either from anybody that's here or from the...
Yeah, first of all, we have a question from Fester Johansson to Jamie Hearn. He says, I'm a Wadi Camacho fan and see you've been calling him out. Are you crazy as you would not last 2 rounds with Wadi?
Listen, dickhead, right? I've been talking to you on Twitter, you're a fool, right? Wadi, as we all know, Wadi has got a bigger mouth than what I got, and as soon as I called Wadi out, he's been quiet. He actually asked for my number on private, and I gave it to him. We had a conversation. I actually quite like Wadi. He's a good geezer, but it's not even Wadi I want to fight now. It's this little, what's his name?
Simmons.
Yeah, he can. No, this little turd twitting.
Oh, Fester Johansson.
Yeah, you can have it. Turn up at the fight you and Waddy on the same night and all, you idiot. Keep wasting my time.
Okay, got a question here for AJ Carter. When do you think you're going to fight for a title, and how do you assess how your career's gone so far?
Well, my career's been going brilliantly so far. Like I said, I want to have ideally 10 to 15 fights, learning fights, as I never had an amateur career. But whatever Steve, my promoter, and Derek Williams, my manager, whoever they put me in with, or whenever they say to step up, I'll step up.
Okay. And we have a question for Ben Hall here from Greg Budgeon. He says, I was at your first fight and was impressed. Hopefully this time the opponent won't run from you. How far do you think you can go in boxing?
Got another one. Go on. No, I don't think this fella will run. I've seen a bit of him. He's a bit more game, I think, than the other fella. I think I can go all the way. I've got the ability. I think my ability level now is as good as any light middleweight in Britain, I think. But it's just getting used to the rounds and getting used to experience. It's just one man doing 4-rounders and they're doing more. But I think ability-wise and talent, I think I'm just up there with them already, really.
Okay, cool. And last of all, we've got a question for Leon. How do you think fighting a southpaw this weekend would affect you? Secondly, you're moving up to 6 rounds against a fighter who has fought over 8 rounds. Is that a disadvantage?
Won't make a difference.
And that's from Andrew Norris.
Yeah, thank you, Andrew, but it won't make a difference.
Okay, that's the end of it. Okay, back to Steve. Any other questions from anyone in the room? No?
No.
Okay.
Well, that concludes this part of the conference, and we'll be back with some more guests in a minute. So, Josh, what's it like being involved with a promotion of this magnitude?
Just on my second one. It's a great thing to be involved in, especially me being the youngest, and it's just a great experience and learning all the time.
So moving to the right, let's not forget our other top quality prospects on the right hand side here. So Phil, it is your first 10 rounder, isn't it? And it's a step up, but you're moving in the right direction. You beat Appleby, then you looked fantastic against Dean Mills last time, and the power seems to be coming. And how do you feel your career's progressing, and what can we expect to see from you on Saturday?
Well, basically, the power's coming on because I've been doing a lot of weight for this camp. Also, it all changed for me when I fought Appleby regarding, he was youngest ever British champion. So, I mean, beating someone like that, of that magnitude, gives you a lot of self-confidence. They call me Quicksilver for a reason. I'm slippery, I'm fast. I'm kind of hard to get hit. As I said, Francis Maynard isn't the prize on Saturday night. Saturday night, the prize will be International Masters title. He's just like the stumbling block in my way at the moment. And Saturday night you see a lot of skills, a lot of speed, showmanship. And that's it.
I think this is a table laden with talent. I mean, on Saturday night you can watch the Hennessy Bill, Leon Senior fights Ajisaf and the other semi-final that they've got. But we believe that the best light heavyweight in the country is fighting on our show on Saturday night, so they can show what they like on Channel 5. But Miles Shinkwin is somebody that I believe in 6 months will beat any of them, and I think he'll probably beat most of them now. But he's just waiting for that break to come through. On a Saturday he fights Mitch Mitchell, and then Joel McIntyre will be his next victim in July when he wins the Southern Area title. So Miles, how's it all going, and what can we expect for you over the next few months?
It's all going really well, Steve. Good 6 rounds hopefully on Saturday. Only had 6 rounds since last July competitive because I've been getting bigger and stronger and knocking people out. So hopefully 6 solid rounds on Saturday. I've heard McIntyre's comes to watch, so hopefully it's him up a little treat to let him watch. And then I've heard today that he says he's going to stop me in 8 rounds, which is quite interesting. So on to July after that, and I can't wait now. Now I've heard that, it's just give me kick up the backside that I need really. So good luck to him, is what I can say. Saturday out for July.